Hi folks, welcome to Front Yard Mission. This is the YouTube channel for Front Yard Mission. My name is Steve Lutz and I started this channel because I am passionate about helping people love their neighbors. Front Yard Mission is all about fulfilling Jesus' command to love our neighbors. Love God, love neighbor. It really is that simple. It's not always easy, right? But it is simple. And we believe the fundamental way that a Jesus follower is meant to interact with our world today is as a good neighbor. You know, unfortunately, like State Farm, they made that their thing, but that should be the church's thing. That should be what we're known for. And all too often, you know, we associate so many different things with being a Christian, and yet we somehow forget this neighboring thing. And yet, all through the New Testament, Paul, Peter, John, all going back to the words of Jesus, like they say, how do you know that you love God? You love your neighbor. How do you know that you're fulfilling what God wants? You love your neighbor. Love God, love neighbor. And I think one reason that maybe we've lost sight of that is because it's harder. Like, so what does it mean? What does it look like? How do we do that? You know, it used to be that people knew who their neighbors were, right? If you lived in a small town and you'd been there, your family had been there for generations, and so had everybody else's families. Everybody knew everybody. Everybody knew what was going on. You knew the needs in the community. When there were needs and issues, you could pull together. And that is, I'm not going to say that doesn't exist, but it's harder now. It's not as easy because we're more mobile than ever. We're more distracted than ever. We're more unknown. We're lonelier than ever. Mental health, anxiety, all that stuff is going on. And we're more polarized than ever. I mean, the world needs good neighbors. We believe that here, and that's why we want to help. The world needs good neighbors. So what's neighboring? I mean, a lot of ways that we could define this, but I like to look at it this way. You know, the best example of this is the example Jesus gave us in the parable of the Good Samaritan. And based on that, I would say neighboring is moving out in love towards the people that God has put in your path. Neighboring is moving out in love towards the people that God has put in your path. That means it's intentional. That means it's sacrificial. And most of all, it is loving. Neighboring is all about love because love changes everything. There is no force greater than love. Love is the revolution. Love conquers all. It's the best way to live. It's how you become fully human. It's how you live a life of meaning and lasting contribution and significance. It's a life of love. And that has to start with loving your neighbor. The person that you really are is the person you are when you walk out that front door and you decide, how am I going to interact with the world? I mean, your actions that you choose repeatedly day after day, that becomes who you are and what you're about. And if everyone loved their neighbor, if everyone sought to meet the needs that they saw right in front of them, if everyone said, listen, I can't change the whole world. The problems are too big. The scope is too wide. The depth is just too complicated. I can't change all that. But here's what I can do. I can seek to love and serve and bless the people that I see today when I walk out my front door. If everybody did that, I believe the world would be significantly better and fulfill Jesus' great commandment to love God and love neighbor. And that's what the world needs more of. And so that's what this channel is going to be about. We want to catalyze a movement of people who love their neighbors. We want to see this happening all over the place and everywhere across the United States, across North America, across the world. So if you're a Jesus-loving person who wants to grow in loving your neighbors, we want to equip and train you to do that. If you're looking for ideas to inspire you, for stories to encourage you, and training to put into practice, we will give you that. If you're a ministry leader and you want to help your church or ministry grow in loving neighbor, then Front Yard Mission and everything that we're doing here is designed to help you do that. And our hope is no less than this, that we catalyze a movement of people loving their neighbors, and that we get to help shape the future of the church. Because I believe the future of the church is going to be both more digital and local, both global and very relational, and both slow and steady, but also nimble and agile. So listen, here's what you can expect. I love YouTube. I love the platform. I love the way this enables us to talk to each other, to hear from each other, to grow and learn. And so check in periodically. The goal here is to upload a new video every week with timely, relevant, helpful, practical content that you can start putting into practice immediately. So we're going to give you tips and tools. We're going to have interviews where we talk to people who are out there doing it. Probably do some live streaming occasionally, and we'll tell lots of stories. And so the goal is post weekly videos with all that kinds of stuff, tips and tools, interviews, stories, and training to help equip you to love your neighbor just like Jesus said. I want to tell you a couple other things I'm really excited about that this YouTube channel will be part of. My friend Jonathan Weibel, he'll probably be on here in a couple weeks. He is so passionate about Front Yard Mission, and so we got together a couple months ago and we said, let's write a book about this. So our goal is to write a book on Front Yard Mission. We're so grateful for a lot of the other great resources that are out there, but we have some ideas to kind of bring a new angle, a new slant to it, and to all like I've been saying, to equip you to love your neighbors better. We're also talking about a podcast, and there'll be a website, and you'll see us on social media. Look for the links: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and there will be more stuff at frontyardmission.com. Again, all of that designed to help you and equip you to love your neighbors. We'd love to get to know you, so we'll have a Facebook group where you can join in and tell some of the stories that you're seeing, and also hear other people's stories and get help there. But thanks for checking this out. Please come back often. Like this video if you could, and subscribe so that you'll get the latest content. And I've uploaded some stuff previously, so if you're watching this video when it's pretty new, go ahead and check out what we've already put up there, and subscribe so that you get the future stuff. So again, thanks for checking out Front Yard Mission. Looking forward to talking with you here, and looking forward to updating regularly to help catalyze this movement of people loving their neighbors. It's what the world needs so much. Thanks.